Give her credit.
Yeah, give her
right away.
Dude, off the freaking bat. Oh,
that was good.
Bloop. That's some good stuff.
So good.
I'm rocking the classic today.
Hey, what you got in there?
Some contraband.
Oh.
It is not contraband. It's old stuff. Just like I got the old logo here.
Yeah.
Sort of cherry kind of lime Project 1.
Oh, where'd you get that? Before you die.
I might have a friend with a stash.
Okay.
I might have a stash. No,
I was
dude.
gonna say, I believe you have much to say with how much you drink Project.
Dude, I love sort of cherry kind of lime, so I hope we bring that back one day. So, spoiler alert, we don't know anything.
Yeah, no
no clue. So sometimes when the product drops, that's when we figure it out at HQ. So
oh, exactly. Yeah, we like to keep it a mystery to even us.
Yeah, exactly. So it is what it is, right? You got the new stuff. What do you got? You got Screaming?
You got the Screaming
Merca. I shouldn't. Dude, it matches your outfit. You got.
Oh,
I
actually,
the navy
yeah.
and
Little red, white, and blue. I got the white shoes. Well, they're not really white anymore.
I suppose.
They were white, but the warehouse.
We've had the warehouse, and we've had some like rain and stuff. And when you do your outdoor, it is just.
Oh yeah,
it'll
rough.
get you. Yeah.
Dude, even this morning actually, because of the.
It was cold.
Yeah, no, but I almost freaking ate it.
Did you really?
Because the grass was like frozen.
Bro. Dude, dude, that's another. Oh my God, let's. Like, how you feeling? Because last week you were down bad, brother, and then you almost tripped and fell this morning on the wet grass. You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. Hey, it was a little bit low sleep last night.
God.
And the night, 2 nights in a row. So.
God, oh yeah, dude, that just adds up quick, don't it?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, it really does. But yeah, it was the lack of sleep the night before was because waking up early for my test, actually.
Officially a NASM certified personal trainer.
Yes,
right?
sir. As of yesterday morning, became a certified personal trainer.
Boy. That boy.
Very much.
I freaking love it. Is that the first time you've held a NASM or any cert?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I've held a bunch in the past. I've held the NASM. God, what is it? Oh, freaking A. It's the one that's through the NCAA. NCSF. That's the one. Okay. And then a couple
NASM
other ones. ISSA. So
I've heard of that one. There's like ACE as well. I know.
Yeah. ACE is a really cool one because it's international. So it's a little bit more expensive to take the test and get the book and stuff like that, but it's an international certification, or at least you can get it. Because when I was over in Italy, a bunch of people got ACE so that they could officially train Italians and people over in Europe. So that's really cool, man, that you got your first certification out of the way. First one, because I know you're going to keep on stacking them up.
We're just getting started.
Yeah, buddy, that's because we stack W's around here, right?
Exactly.
Good Lord.
Yeah, actually getting into it, if you follow the plan and study consistently, it's really not that difficult. Like, you have to be consistent with it and also be a decent test taker, be good at deductive reasoning, but...
Yeah, normally it follows the old. So in the military, we always made fun of it. It's like whenever you're taking a test in the military, it's like 2 are like, nope, that's definitely not it. 1 is like, that could be it, and then there's 1 that's the answer.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it went.
Yeah, and the thing, 120 question test ish.
120. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yep. So like, yeah, man. Like, if you're not good at tests, it might create some anxiety for you, but with a lot of due diligence and some hard work on behind the scenes, like, you just gotta take the test. Take a deep breath, and go in there and dominate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was actually kind of talking about this to my friend yesterday because he gave me a call just asking about supplements, but he's been a trainer for a long time, and we're talking about the deductive reasoning aspect of like being good at test taking, or like it actually kind of applies to being a trainer as well, or a coach, because you have to use deductive reasoning to be like, okay, this didn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't, okay, now we got the right answer. So it's kind of the same thing, and much slower, but it's in real life. You're deducting what's wrong to finally find the right plan. You're not going to find the right plan the first time, every time.
Yeah, unless you're the luckiest son of a gun and have a horseshoe sign somewhere, or shoved somewhere that I don't know, like man, which some people do. I swear to God.
Yeah,
but
really.
Like, honestly, you're never gonna. Very rarely, I'm not gonna say never. Very rarely will you get it right on the first try. Like, even with experience, but experience helps. but very rarely will you get it right on the first try. But that's okay because it creates experience.
Absolutely.
And then you can be better next time for your client, right?
Exactly.
Or on the phone or in person or whoever you're trying to help with building something. Works the same thing.
Absolutely.
Helps with personal training, same thing. Anything in life, all aspects. So that's really cool that you and your friend were kind of talking about that.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. He actually called me like right when I got back from taking that test. It was just weird timing because he's one of my closer friends that has been a trainer for a long time. As soon as I got done with the test, I didn't have to call him to be excited about it.
Dude, we're all connected. That's dope. He knew something.
Mm-hmm.
The world was telling him something, and that's really cool. Well, I'm glad you guys got to talk. That actually, I was listening to a podcast this morning, and it's with Robin Sharma and Lewis House. I love Lewis House. He's one of my favorite all-time podcasters. School of Greatness is like his podcast.
Okay.
And this fits in perfect with the quote that I actually have written down.
Hell yeah.
The discomfort of growth is so much more valuable than the illusion of safety. Right? So,
Absolutely.
the discomfort of growth, right? Like, you're gonna fuck up. You're gonna fail. It's probably not going to be very easy. The first time you try to do it, crap. The second time you try to do it, oh man. The third time you open the book and you're like, hey, I'm a little bit better, right? And then all of a sudden, you're getting comfortable with the uncomfortable and you're growing.
Yeah.
But if you just wanted to be safe and you wanted to stay where you are and you have the illusion that you're just like, oh, the world is okay, I'm in a good spot, guess what? That world's going to pass you by.
Oh, yeah.
People are coming for you, whether you like it or not. I mean, overall, like, there's so much more access to the world with the internet and stuff like that. Like, the default is higher than it was while we were growing up.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I see it in my 10-year-old niece. Like, she's wicked smart. And I'm just like, holy Christ, but that's because she's had access to this internet and this kids YouTube and the YouTube to where, like, we call it YouTube University. I know me.
Oh,
and you.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, now we do. Yeah. And so, like, YouTube University, like, she just learned so much more that, like, where she is compared to where I was when I was 10, I was just, like, throwing rocks at a wall. Just,
oh, yeah. No,
so this is
100%.
fun.
Dude, you guys actually, last week, you and Dino were talking about it with the old, like, freaking Nokia phones and the freaking slide-up phones. They're like, dude, my first phone was the freaking slide, like, text. I felt so cool with that slide thing.
My first phone was a track phone. I had to pay for my minutes.
Oh, no.
oh, it was true. It was true.
Yeah,
So,
well, my parents made me wait quite a long time
Did they?
for that phone. So
yeah, the reason I got it
new
was
stuff came out.
Yeah, the reason I kind of got it was coming back on the bus from like practices and like sporting events. I could call for a ride, right? But yeah, I mean, honestly, the world is a better place.
Oh,
Not a better place. Better place. We are actually, believe it or not, in like the best time to ever be alive, ever, in history. I know it doesn't seem like that, but it's true. But it was a simpler place, which was kind of nice.
Yeah,
But-
no, I definitely think a lot of people would be more fulfilled with living simpler lives. But it's also we can make a bigger difference and make more progress.
Very true. Very true. And it's a double-edged sword. It's like, do you use it for good or bad?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
And-
it's like people talk about social media being bad, but it's like it's not about the thing being bad. It's how you use it.
Exactly. It's a tool. And that's why I love being here at 1P. Like, surrounded with like-minded individuals who literally just want to push the world forward, right? Like, that's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Like, if you ask me, coming in and, like, we're all different, but we all have the same mission and same mindset-ish, that, like, this is our mission, this is what we're going to get done, let's work. And how do we make people's lives better? How do we show people that it's possible?
How do we make this world a better place?
And that's all you can kind of ask for, going to work every day. Like, work every day, right?
Yeah, no, it doesn't even feel like work.
We always joke. I think it's like it's a joke within these walls that, like, hey, HQ is a time suck. It's a time warp, man. Like, all of a sudden blink and we're at Summer Smash.
Yeah.
Because it's coming.
I felt like that shit happened yesterday.
I know.
The last
I
one. It was
know.
insane.
And like, and that's the crazy part is like blink, and then it's gonna be Christmas already. It's crazy, and like I know we joke, but that's because we like what we do every day, and our mission and purpose is so much bigger than us. But as a collective, we can come together and we can achieve that down the road.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think it's really cool. And the first step for you was getting into a new position, in customer loyalty, and now you're stepping up. You got your NASM. Next one's what, the nutrition cert?
Yep, the CNC.
Bet. And then we're just gonna keep on stacking.
Exactly. I'm actually already planning on doing the physique and bodybuilding coach right after that.
Dude, that's awesome.
Just
It'll
keep
fit you.
stacking
Yeah,
up.
hell yeah. And then that'll open up new avenues and new doors for you and new
Exactly.
connections.
Mhm.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and that's what I'm genuinely
Congratulations,
interested
dude.
in. I appreciate
Congratulations,
it.
man. I'm
Yeah,
so happy.
It was a long time coming. It should have been earlier.
I mean, you can play the shoulda, coulda, woulda game all you want. My dad used to say, like.
Oh yeah, hindsight's always 20.
Hey, 100%, 100%. You shoulda, coulda, woulda did this. Well, you know what? You didn't, and it's led you to this. Hey, we're podcasting on Guys with Thighs. Like, thank God. I'm happy you didn't do it because maybe I wouldn't have had you.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't have met you when I walked through the halls of HQ, right? Like, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Glad you didn't. We're here now.
Yeah, it all happens for a reason.
That's what. I hate I agree and disagree at the same time. The reason I hate that saying is because when I broke my ankle, I had a trainer say like, "Hey, everything happens for a reason." Like, mother. I dislocated my ankle, ruptured a tendon, broke it in 3 spots, need surgery. Get away from me with that. Everything happens for a reason kind of thing. Like, yeah, okay, maybe I wouldn't have ended up here, but maybe I would have. Like, oh man, I just don't like that saying because, like, yeah, well, the reason that you're not ripped is because you keep on eating shitty food.
Oh yeah.
There's not anything. Everything happens for a reason. It's like, no, actually, it is. Everything happens for a reason. You just keep eating like shit. Like, that's the reason. It's not God. It's not human intervention. It's nothing. It's not even genetics. It's you simply don't want to put in the work, right?
Yeah, so I think that term is definitely should not be everything happens for a reason. It's like some bad things happen for a reason.
Yes, I see. Yeah,
that's a better term.
Yeah,
right there.
sometimes you need a lesson, and that happens for a
Exactly.
reason to teach you a lesson. And like my hatred for that saying always goes back to like when I broke my ankle, and I was just like, yeah, great, thanks guys. Like, but yeah.
Yeah, you bringing up the ankle, that just makes me think about whenever I had the stress fracture in my shin.
Oh yeah.
I was like, at first, and it's the poor me mindset where it's like, oh, why did this happen to me? And now, like, looking back, so that one bad thing I see happen for a reason because I can connect to people who've had injuries before, and I can explain how people can get through those things, have that personal experience for it. So that's just where I connect with that term a little bit, but it should definitely be some bad things happen for a reason.
And like I said, like there is always a reason behind things, and like as long as you look at the positive in things and build off of that, right? So now you look at it as like I broke my shin basically because you couldn't freaking run, walk, do anything, put weight on it, and now it allows you to connect with people who are injured and don't work out as much as they used to or can only do specific things. It creates an opportunity to connect with people, right?
Absolutely.
To build rapport. And if you look at it like that, it's so important. But if you're like, oh, why me? And like never take a lesson from it, of course you're not going to learn from it.
Oh yeah.
So like life is meant to be lived, and you learn from every experience in life as long as you choose to. Like I've said it before, Dr. Sharon Archer, Happiness Advantage, the book, great book. You have to look at life through rose-tinted glasses. You have to look at the positives.
Absolutely.
If you look at the negatives, like you can look at them to acknowledge them, but if you just like live in the negative, then you're gonna live a terrible life.
1000%.
Yeah.
And I've been there before too.
Me too.
Everybody gets there.
Me too.
But yeah, no, that's the biggest key is keeping that positive mindset, and that's something actually Sal talked to us recently about.
Yep.
One of the and actually leadership on the customer service team, like we've talked about it before. One of the most important aspects of being a leader too is being able to keep a positive mindset when you're in the fire, when shit's not going right. Like keeping that positive mindset is what makes you a leader, because your team's gonna feel down at times.
Yeah.
You have to be the one to be able to bring them back up. Like you can't let those negative things affect you.
Dude, that's so true. And I think as a leader, and what John Maxwell says is leadership is influence. So if you influence one person, you're a leader, right? And I think as a leader, that's where it's really, really important to show progress over progression, or progress over perfection, because that's what creates progression. There it is.
Exactly. Yeah, there we go. That sounded nice. That little ring to it.
But we've been really driving that home here at HQ.
Absolutely.
Because like we can go out and fail every single day, but that doesn't mean we're getting further away from our goal. That means we're learning to get better towards our goal.
Exactly.
And I know you want to talk about that a little bit about, progress over perfection.
Yes, yeah. So Sal talks about that a lot, especially when it gets on like the live streams in the app. And
Sorry to interject. Keep that thought. The live streams are one of the, if not the greatest tool ever. Every single day of the typical work week, we're coming to you live with nutrition, motivation, everything under the sun. Okay, pause.
Yeah, and I'll add on those live streams.
Pause again.
Just a little bit.
I love the live shows.
They're freaking amazing.
Yes.
And you can go back to any live stream we've ever recorded.
I know, they're all archived.
Everything's there. So if you want to learn about
nutrition,
something, like
wellness,
specific,
yeah, dude.
You're like, hey, I need to know more about carbs. There's carbs 101 in there. So there's anything you need to know. Just search it.
Yeah.
Find it.
Yeah. Okay. One of the positives are our $15 app that you get so much more than $15 a month. Anyways,
way more.
Go.
All right, back into it. So Sal talks about how the challenge winners usually are tracking 42 or 43, I think it was, out of 56 days. So they're not perfect every single day. Some days they don't even track and they win the whole challenge. So if you make progress towards your goal and you're good most of the time, you're gonna make a lot of progress.
Yeah.
So like hitting those basics 80-90% of the time will get you a lot of results. But I was thinking about it because the way Andy talks about this is a little bit different.
Yeah, here's a dichotomy, right? Like Andy talks about it as winning every day, like winning like 99 out of 100. Like that's what's gonna win, and that's the truth for the highest of all high performers. Exactly. If you want to be the 1%, you have to have so many more wins than losses. Like it's almost unfathomable.
Yeah.
Like and keep going with that thought about how Andy talks about it.
Yeah. So basically, Andy always strives to get as close to that perfection as he possibly can. Obviously, like he knows that nobody's
perfection's impossible.
Yeah, it's not possible. But in your mind, you have to be working towards getting to that perfection if you want to be great. So like I like to put it in perspective with like the 8-week challenge versus a bodybuilding show. Like if you want to win a bodybuilding show, you're gonna have to be on more than the 43 days out of 56.
It's 54 out of 56.
Yes, at least.
Yeah,
like,
and those two are probably planned.
Oh,
like
they're planned cheat meals.
Yeah,
they're like, I'm dying. I actually need to pull back so I can get better results. That's actually a huge thing that people miss out on. They push too hard, and then they actually get worse results. You have to pull back sometimes. But yeah, getting back to it, you got to be 54, 55, 56 out of 56 if you want to win a bodybuilding show. If you want to be like, if you want to be on the cover of a freaking fitness magazine, you want to get to a higher level goal, it takes more. And that goes across the board. Like you can look at bodybuilders, they are on 100% of the year with their meals. Not all of them. There's a good majority of them who are not on their stuff all the time. But the best in the world, they're perfect 90% of the time. And there's some guys it's 100% of the time, and they're top 5 in the world. So you got big goals. You got to get as close to perfection as you can.
Well, it comes down to like, if you want to do what they say can't be done, we have to do everything on a daily basis that they won't, right? So what's the saying here at HQ? We're gonna do what they say can't be done. Oh crap! I'm spacing.
Oh yeah, it starts with we got a long way to go.
Yes.
And a short time to get there. We're gonna do what they say can't be done.
Exactly. And if we want to do that on a daily basis, we have to do what they are unwilling to do.
Exactly.
And that's the key. And that's where if you want to be the top 1%, 1 to 3% in your career field, you have to show up early. You have to stay late. You have to do a little extra work on the weekends. You have to sharpen your axe, i.e. gain skills. Go to the places where the skills are. Go to conferences. Go to a mentor within your building. Go to a mentor outside of your building. YouTube University. Yeah. You have to sharpen your axe. And if you want to do that, truly want to do that, you will be willing to put in that time. And if you don't, well, then it's just a pipe dream.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think one thing that you just mentioned, I think a lot of people miss out on that is really important if you want to get to that highest level is having a coach or mentor. Like having someone
an advisor.
Yeah, an advisor, like in the first format.
Yeah.
But like people like all the greats of every single sport, when they're interviewed about what got them to where they are, they always talk about some mentor or coach. Every single one. Like with Mike Tyson, his coach. We have Michael Jordan, like with Tim Grover. We have all the people that Tim coached, like
Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, everybody. So many high performers. We got Jocko. We got people and then if we look at it from a military standpoint, MTIs, military training instructors. Then when we get into our regular flights and stuff like that, we have advisors that are higher ranking than us that we can go to, right? And they're high performers in their career fields. That's the reason they got promoted most of the time. Most of the time. And like they are people that you can look to and get answers from, and to see what they're doing and how they got promoted or how they became a very highly successful person. And you can kind of mimic and create something like that in your own life. Not copy, because it has to be yours.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you have to put your own spin on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like when people talk about mastering something, like you have to learn how to do it right first, and then like the people who are the best at it, they learn how to break the rules properly and do it their own way, essentially.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, it's something actually within music, like in audio, that really stuck with me.
Yeah.
Because there's like the best. I think of a real weird one off the top of my head. But
let's get weird then.
Yeah,
I like it.
We'll get a little weird. Most of you probably won't know who this is. His name is Victor Wooten. He's the best bassist of all time.
Okay.
By a long
like
shot.
bassist?
Yeah, like
or bassist.
Actually both. But
damn,
he's crazy on this. He actually created his own technique.
Okay.
He started out learning.
So
basics.
created his own technique by breaking the rules.
Yeah, now he can break the rules properly. He can go outside the box without it being too weird.
Yeah.
To create something new that nobody's ever seen before.
Do you know that that's one of Arnold Schwarzenegger's rules for success?
I actually forgot about that. I read his book a long time ago. And
break some rules, not the law, but break some rules.
Yeah.
Like push boundaries, right? You have to.
Mm-hmm.
In order to be the 1 to 3% in any career field, I break some rules.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're learning about I always go back to studies because I look at studies all the time.
Yeah.
Like when you're looking at those, if you want to be the 1%, you look at those outliers in those studies. Like there's the law of individuality where people respond very different to different things. So to get the best results, sometimes you do have to break the rules because something different may work really good for you. Like there's law of individuality with supplements too. Sometimes people respond better to freaking L-carnitine.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm one of those people because I take L-carnitine, I actually get a big boost of energy. It's super weird. Yeah.
Yeah, because ours at First Phorm only has 50 milligrams of caffeine ish.
It's like.
Is it lower?
Because of the green tea, yeah. It's like 7, under 7.
Is it 7? Oh
yeah,
Jesus,
like
I thought it was
7
more.
or 8.
So I'm one of those too then, because I get a bump. Like I feel great on L-carnitine.
It's super low. So.
Yeah, that's my 2 scoops with that in greens and morning concoction. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, no, you gotta be able to learn how to do it properly. Then you can break the rules. Keep it simple.
Yeah, keep it simple, Smarty. Kiss. Yeah, I say Smarty. I know. Don't y'all come after me because the typical keep it simple, stupid. I don't like calling myself stupid. I've done that in the past, and it's not good for my mental mind frame. So I can say keep it simple, Smarty.
Absolutely.
So
I used to be the one in the gym, kind of.
Do negative self-talk. Yeah. Not realizing that I'm just tearing myself down.
But yeah, no, I've noticed that it taxes my central nervous system more if I'm in that negative mindset whenever I'm lifting.
Yeah.
It may help a little bit with bringing on that dark energy to lift harder. But you can't do that all the time.
We need to
beat yourself down.
As you bring this, we're in the middle of a transformation, or we just started, not even in the middle of a transformation challenge, right?
Yeah.
So I actually struggle with this a lot because I'm gonna get shredded. Summer Smash is coming up. We just announced that we're selling tickets. I'm getting shredded, right?
Yeah.
When I get shredded, I am pretty much solely locked in on getting shredded and doing my stuff every day.
Yeah.
And I go to dark places, I guess. And
yeah, I've seen you in that mode a couple times.
I get extremely locked in, like laser tunnel focused and tunnel vision. And I mean, even Josh Ward yesterday, he was just like, everything okay? Yeah. Like kind of giving him like semi crazy look. He's just like, you seem kind of just off, like, because you can tell that there's a change in my vibration. And in the past, I've used a lot of negative emotion and burned hot. And it's not a good thing. Like, it doesn't necessarily, it's not me, but it is me, right?
Yeah.
Tim Grover, we mentioned it, second name drop. So, he talks about it in his book, Relentless. He's like, taking off the mask. And when I take off the mask, it's a fucking monster, dude. like I'm serious. Like, it's crazy where I can go when I lock in. And that doesn't mean that like I'm putting on a front at other times, because that's also part of me. Like I like being happy. I like being chipper. I like being live, love, laugh. Like woo. But dude, underneath, we can get dark. Yeah. And
I think everybody has that side. Some people's are a little bit darker.
I struggle with the balance of it.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's difficult, dude.
Yeah.
Like he talks about in Relentless, when he's talking about the dark side, it's like you can use it to really push you forward, but you can't let it consume you. So, like you can't let it take over. And it takes a lot of work to get that balance. But I thought of something real quick before I forget.
Go ahead.
When we had a conversation with Caden, if you remember this, he said something super significant, and it describes your personality being able to change like that perfect. And it's like Bruce Lee, be like water. Like sometimes that is really useful.
Can flow and it can crash.
Yeah, like it can save lives. Like we need it to freaking live, but there's also a thing called a tsunami that can take out a whole freaking city essentially. But yeah, no, that's a great description of your personality. I think you use it well during those like times when you're going crazy for the 8-week challenge. Those last couple weeks, like that's where you're locked in. Like that's something where you can use it, but you can pull back a little bit and still get the same result. But using that as fuel is very, very useful.
Yeah. See, where I struggle is that, so I don't compete often anymore, right? Like, very rarely do you see me like in a competitive environment where like I'm going to talk mad trash and like I'm respectfully going to win.
Yeah.
Very rarely does anybody ever see me in that mode anymore. And when I flip that switch, I'm on. And there's people in the past that have met me and they're like, dude, like I thought you were the biggest dick in the world. Like because like when I'm in that mentality of like, dude, I'm gonna win. Like it's a different side of me than like what you normally get. And I purposely don't. I know this sounds bad. I purposely don't go into that mode often because I know what it brings out of me. And that's the balance that I'm trying to find this time around, to not let it consume me and work on flipping the switch when I need it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the switch is on like all day, every day, that's where it can become a problem.
Yes.
And if that's for a few weeks.
It breaks relationships, it isolates me. This is just some of the stuff in the past. I'm irritable a lot just because I'm burning so hot. Yeah, I mean that's where it takes the work to be able to switch it on like for that set or for that freaking, like if there's a task that you don't want to do, switch it on for that task. It's like, dude, I'm not gonna let this get to me. I'm freaking locking. I'm gonna switch it on right now. I gotta just make that decision. But it's super difficult where like it's hard to not let it consume you because it is so powerful. That's the thing.
You were about to say it feels so good. It's
because when I'm in that mode, man, and like literally nothing can fuck with me. Like just because I won't let it. Like if somebody says something, I'll literally just be like, fuck off. And like literally
not care at all.
And not care. And it's just like just be cold. Cold to the world. And so I'm working on that, folks. So like if we're working on something in this 8-week challenge, it's that.
Yeah.
So bear with me. Sometimes you'll see me and I won't be the smiley, happy Sully. I'll still dap you up, I swear.
Oh yeah, no, he won't bite. I promise.
I still won't. Depends.
The right situation.
Don't bring that energy towards me because I will bite back.
Oh man, you know what I'm thinking of with this dark side though. You were like, hey, some people thought I was an asshole when you were competing.
Yeah.
You know who was notorious for that when he was at his prime?
Who?
Good old Michael Jordan. Even his own teammates sometimes said that too, but that's because like he wants to fucking win.
And he wants to see the best come out of people. And if you're not trying to give your best, I hate using try. If you're not giving your best, then he is going to either pull it out of you or you are going to hate him.
Yes, or you're going to be gone.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're going to hate him to the point to where like they're either going to get rid of you or you're going to leave because you cannot handle it.
Yeah, and I think using that dark side, just as long as you have the right intent behind it, then you can use it well. Yeah. That's where when you let it consume you, that's when you start forgetting the intent that you had behind using it to move you forward. But you're on that dark side too long, you start actually believing some of the negative things. Mm-hmm. Like when you're in that dark energy, that's where more negative thoughts are going to come in.
Hello, demons, my old friends.
Yeah,
How are you doing? How are you doing today, brother? I freaking my demons. They all fall in line because I make them get in line. I can tell you that much, and I use them. But yeah, dude, But that's one of the main things that I'm working on. Josh didn't check me. He just was just like, "Is everything okay?" Like it wasn't a like, "Get your mind right." But yesterday it made me, so then when I do my reflection and my journaling at night and in the morning, it's just like, shit. And it's just like, okay, you cannot, can't let this consume
notices,
you.
like, all right, like we need to make a
it's
slight
like,
adjustment here.
Like, it was just like a vibration thing. Like, he could just tell, like, the look on my face, I was more like, very blank-faced. So he could tell something was different. And like I purposely do that because respectfully I'm going to win, but it's not necessarily a good thing to present it like that. So I have to work on using it and flipping that switch a lot better to when I need it. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, absolutely.
And you know, progress over perfection, right?
Exactly.
I don't know where we started.
It all ties together.
It really does. Welcome to life. It's like a circle. It just keeps going around.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm not surprised Josh Ward did that either. Like that's something. Remember other podcasts where I talked about he just literally just came over and like, hey, dude, you doing okay?
Dude, he's such a good dude. There's a reason that they made him like the manager of the entire warehouse.
Oh,
like let's just be real.
He was the right person for
100%,
without a doubt. It's just that the empathy he has for other people.
Dude, and that's what makes him a great leader. Like, he cares about the people, cares about his family, cares about the mission, and like obviously he's a stud of an athlete. And I don't want to say that what qualifies him to lead an entire portion of this company, but it is. Like, and leadership saw that, Sal saw that, Will saw that, everybody saw that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Amazing humans tend to rise to the top, and hey, look at him.
Yeah, I was gonna say the skills and discipline it takes to become
every day, bro. Like, every day. You want to see somebody dripping in sweat every day and then going and crushing it at work? Josh Ward.
Exactly. A lot of people don't know he's got a freaking metal bar in his leg that he deals with all the time. Yeah. But he goes out and qualifies for the Boston Marathon. So
he's running it in 2 weeks here. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's freaking insane. I'm super excited for him.
Me too. And I'm thankful he did that. Like I said, it wasn't malicious. It wasn't anything. He was just checking in on me. So, and it's amazing what a little check-in with somebody can do. Like, can completely change their thought process.
Absolutely.
So it can make their day. It can make them smile for once. So here's my message: that check in with people, right?
Absolutely.
Make sure they're okay. They might brush you off. That's all right. I brushed Josh off, but then it made me think. So
you're like, oh, like now I need to.
This is something that I cannot let consume me, right? And I need to work on it. So it's something that I'm working on.
Absolutely.
Actively working.
See someone's a little bit off, just ask them. If they're not, they're still gonna appreciate you asking.
Exactly. So I love that. So, man, we're already a week into the first Phorm challenge, huh? Jesus.
Man, that was quick.
Yep.
Jesus.
I'm doing good. I feel good. Like I said, I'm in that mentality, but body feels pretty good. It's adjusting to adding more volume, reps and sets, but it's responding well, and that's kind of what I hope for. So I'm really excited about it, and I'm really excited. There's a lot of people doing like my 6-pack by summer.
Oh yeah,
kind of thing.
That.
Yeah, dude,
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool to get some interaction and stuff like that.
Absolutely. You always love the challenges you do. I remember the one we were doing with the water bottle with the water.
The push-ups, the water and the push-ups, dude. I can tell you that the first time I did that, I was like, oh god, this might have not been a good stack. Like you hammer some water, then you hit push-ups, and it's just like, oh god. Yeah, exactly. But I honestly, that one was fun because you chug and flip the water bottle and into the push-ups.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that was last February, 2023. That one was fun.
Yeah, I think that was the first one, right?
No, first one was pull-ups.
In
January.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then the second one was the water and push-ups. So yeah, it was. They're just fun. Like honestly, it's and like you can tag people. You see other people tagging other people, and it's like, hey, now I can know this person, and we're like, 3 people away. They say you're 3 people away from knowing anybody you want to know. So with social media, I believe it. Don't know if it's true, but that's what they say.
I believe it.
Yeah, 100%.
3, maybe 4 people.
3, maybe 4 people away from the person that you want to meet. Like realistically, go build relationships, y'all. Who is it that you know that I need to know? All right, that's here. If you want to change your life, go out there to somebody that a mentor, right, or a friend, or somebody like that, and just be like, hey, John, how you doing? I just want to know something. Who is somebody that you know that benefits your life that I should know? And I bet you that'll change your life. That'll change your relationships with people, because not only do you go to John and like, hey, dude, I'm trusting you to give me somebody good to bring into my life. But then you're probably going to give me somebody really awesome that I need to know. Or not need to know, should know, that will then amplify my life.
Absolutely.
And then if you go to that person that John recommended, if John looks up to him and is just like, hey, I look up to this person because such, and such, that means they're probably a really good person. And then guess what? That really good person, after you build a relationship with them, can introduce you to somebody they look up to. And then it just keeps going. And then, hey, you're up-leveling individuals to where, like, man, now my network is just really powerful.
Yeah.
Like, think how, like, amazing that is. You can upgrade your circle simply by being like, hey, who's somebody that you look up to and respect that I should know? And then you just keep on doing it. Build a relationship, then you just go like, hey, who's somebody that you look up to and I should know?
Yeah, and a lot of people that are further on the journey than you, people that I've met that just in general are very willing to give you the advice on how to do what they've done. Like, because they also know the fact, like going back to kind of what we said earlier, they know the fact that a lot of people aren't going to do it if they give them the advice. So you have to be willing to do what other people won't. But they're there. They're going to give you the advice. Like, they will tell you exactly how they got there. A lot of people will.
And you know why they're going to give you the advice? Because, like you said, like they give out advice for free, and they're just like, they know a lot of people don't do it. But if you come to them seeking advice and then going back, doing the work, kind of showing them that, like, hey, I'm here, I'm about it, they're going to keep pouring into you because they're like, oh my God, somebody finally listened to me and have taken action. I've said this before the challenge, you have to act. You want to know why? Because action creates transformation in all aspects of life, right? So if you want to get better at reading, hey man, you better read. That's an action.
Practice.
Yes. You want to get better at speaking on stage. Guess what? You can start in the mirror. You got to take action. Do a speech in the mirror. Then you got to do it in front of your friends or your family. Then you got to do it in front of strangers. Maybe it's only 5 strangers. Then you go to a team and be like, hey, I kind of give speeches. Can I give one to your team? And then build out. All of a sudden, you're really great at speaking. Want to get better at podcasting? I think we're getting better every freaking time, right?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Absolutely.
We're getting those reps and sets.
You're getting better at producing too, man. It's
Yeah.
reps and sets over a long period of time. You can whip one out now in a half hour.
Exactly.
Let's do it. But it's all because like you're taking action, because that creates transformation.
Exactly.
Love it.
Yeah, and you have to get like I always think of that because you got that stuck in my head whenever I think of things like that. The reps and sets, baby, in every single aspect in life. You have to practice that skill to get good at it. Doesn't matter, like, if you're not gifted in that skill, like some people are really gifted in certain things, you can still get good at whatever you want to do. So like, I mean, that makes me think about, like, in my past, I'm a huge introvert. And you've probably seen me grow. You've been here long enough to see
I've seen
me
you grow
as well.
like crazy, dude.
Yeah, dude, you wouldn't believe how introverted and I just didn't talk to anybody when I got here. And if you told me 6 years ago when I started, like, oh, you're gonna be doing a podcast and be in customer service, you're like, hell no.
Hey,
like, that ain't not gonna happen. I'm gonna be in the warehouse. It's like, no, like, so you can get good at really anything you put your mind to.
Yep.
Like, you just have to practice. You gotta get reps.
Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
It's that every single time.
Reps and sets over a long period of time always pays off. Like it comes down to that. And if we can leave anybody with something today, go out, build relationships, right? Smile, shake some hands, and reps and sets over a long period of time will pay off.
Every single time.
Every single time.
Sometimes, some people, it's gonna take more reps and sets to get to your goal. Like a person who is a little bit better to start off, like, they're gonna get there faster.
Yeah.
It's not gonna take them as long, but you can't let that discourage you. Gotta.
No, it's your journey.
Mm-hmm.
It's yours. It's not somebody else's. Comparison is a thief of joy, y'all.
I literally was thinking that as you said it.
Well, then say it. I would have jinxed you, and you would have owed me an
Yeah,
extra.
that would have been perfect.
but that's really it. Like your journey is different than my journey, and yet we're here doing Guys with Thighs. Like, that's freaking awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because you've gotten those reps and sets in your own right. I've gotten these reps and sets in my own right, and now we're freaking reaping the benefits.
Yeah. Absolutely. Actually, it makes me think about, I was talking to somebody in customer service yesterday about this. Like, they were saying that they're old because they're a little bit older than the people here, and it's like no, there's just a bunch of young people here. But like going back to
100%.
Yeah, but going back to that same concept, like, you can't compare yourself to other people here just because of your age. Like, you're on a different path.
Yeah.
And your experiences that you've had up till now, like, that's like, it goes to a lot of things happen for a reason in your life. And the experiences you have are gonna give you specific skills that other people don't have. I didn't say everything.
Okay, all right.
A lot of things.
A lot of things. I like what you did there.
But yeah, so.
But it's true.
Going back to, like, it's like, I've had to, like, in my past, I've led people who are older than me.
Mm-hmm.
But that's, like, it doesn't matter. Like, we're all at different parts of our journey.
And maybe that person could have taught you something in some other realm of life.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Dude, I've learned so much. Like, when I was a manager in the warehouse, I learned so much from my people. That's something where, like, being humble.
Up and down the chain of command, you can lead.
1,000%.
Yeah.
It's like, your guys are on the front lines. Like, you can learn a lot from them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have different experiences. Like, they're in the warehouse doing the same thing you've done, but they have a different lens from their different experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's super important to not compare yourself to people, because, like, you have your own unique skill set that is being built right now, and your personal experiences are tailored to that. Like, your choices, the things that have happened to you in life, like, that's all a culmination getting you to where you're supposed to be.
Yep. Man, I love it. Love it. I love this type of stuff. And I love just talking about it. Like we're just sitting here BSing on a freaking morning, right? Drinking some caffeine, having some fun with some good people. Thank you for watching. And even better person sitting here right in front of me. And man, I'm so excited for what's to come. Like we're heading into spring, summer time frame, and it's gonna be awesome. Absolutely awesome. Like, Spartan racing for me, bodybuilding for you, maybe some Spartan races. I'm gonna get you.
Give me to another one.
Yeah. I'm gonna get you.
Hey, if it's close, we'll see.
Nashville, 6th of October. We're going.
Okay.
I'm trying to get a bunch of people. Like, first off, it's Nashville.
Yeah, that's a big one, right?
No. Well, I mean, they're all big events, but that's the super and sprint again. So that'll be fun. It's a 5K, and a 10K.
Okay.
So, but it's really fun. Nashville's great. Course was awesome. It's at a ranch. So yeah, it'll be really fun. So.
Yeah, I haven't actually stayed out in Nashville.
We'll get an Airbnb and party hard, brother.
Let's go.
I'm just kidding. I don't
Yeah,
freaking
we're not-
party.
We're not gonna party. Yeah,
I go to sleep at 9 o'clock because I got to race the next day, yo. Like, shit. And before I race, I got to get a walk and talk in. So
I'll be getting my meals in.
Yeah,
well. Like,
exactly.
we got shit to do.
Fuel to perform, baby.
Mm.
I freaking love it,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
We're such meatheads.
Yeah, just a little bit. Hey, the meatheads have been right about a lot of things, though.
Oh,
So.
if I can be labeled as a meathead, but one that's wicked smart, bring it on. Bring it on. Or just one that goes out and does stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like implementing, acting, taking action, like all of it, stacking dubs. Like that's what we do. Like,
That's what meatheads are good at.
Yeah, man.
Consistently taking action on like the basics.
It's the disciplines. It's not motivation, man. It's not motivation. And when people realize that, like, the game will change.
Mm-hmm.
Like meatheads are so meatheads get results because like they wake up early, they get their meals in, they go work out, they rest a lot, they do it again. Like,
Follow the
rinse,
plan.
wash, repeat.
No matter how they feel.
Winning.
Exactly. And that's,
Progress over perfection.
Yeah. That's where you can't get lost in the details. Like those guys aren't freaking worried about every little gram of carb that they're eating. They're doing the basics. They're eating a lot of protein. They're training really hard, doing resistance training. And they're trying to lose fat. They're walking.
Yeah.
Like, that's actually what most bodybuilders do. You either walk outside or freaking walk on the treadmill.
Arnold's notorious for hitting a workout and then going and just walking on Venice Beach. Like that's what Muscle Beach is. Like they just go walk. Like,
I mean, he's just trying to go show off.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Of course.
But I mean, he had to do that in order to get the muscles and the gains to show off, right?
Yeah.
Other than those big old blocks of steak he used to eat, all the hard work in the gym, then they go walk in the sun.
Yeah.
That'd be great. What a life.
That sounds like a life.
It does sound like a life. I'm
Venice
still not
Beach
moving.
back in the day.
I'm still not moving to California. You can't pay me enough.
Oh no, absolutely not now.
Because-
Back in the day, it was freaking cool. But
You can't pay me enough because it'll take all my money. That's why you can't pay me. You literally cannot pay me enough. California will take it all.
I've heard too many bad things about.
I love California. It's great to visit. It's 100% to visit and then get out. Same with Wisconsin. It's freaking cold up there right now, but it's great to visit. See friends, family, get the hell out. Love it. But yeah, man, I think this is a good place to end this podcast.
Yeah,
we gave them a lot of we gave y'all a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we bounced around like usual.
We did, but listen to this back because it all comes down to a few things. Progress over perfection. Reps and sets over a long period of time. Do not let your dark side control you. You control your dark side. Learn to flip that switch when you need it. Right? What else did you take away? Anything?
Another one with the get a coach or mentor. Ask for help. Ask other people for help, or ask other people for their mentors, like you were talking about. That's a huge one. That's a lesson that always
Connections is the name of the game.
Yeah, because I learned the hard way. You gotta be willing to ask for help. Don't let your pride get you.
Because it'll get you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Every time.
All right, cool, man. Love it. We're about to end Guys with Thighs. Do you want to say the prayer today? A little something, something?
We'll give it a shot.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Lord, thank you so much for everything you've given us. Thank you so much in this past week, especially with Easter, for giving us your true Son and allowing him to come down to earth and die for us on the cross. Forgive us all of our sins and allow us to live an eternal life with you. It's something that does not go unnoticed, that you are willing to sacrifice part of you for us. And we can only hope to live that life here on earth until we are able to live with you in the kingdom of heaven. Thank you, Lord, and we are going to do you proud. Amen. 6